Good afternoon, everyone. This is Robin with Robin's Creation, and I have an old project to share with you today. It is the Perennial Birthday Project Kit that came out a couple years ago, and I had it sitting around and had not done a class with it. So I started working with it because my customers were going to meet next week and create this kit, and so I have some alternatives I would like to share with you. So let me switch cameras and I'll be right with you. Hold on just a second. Okay, so this is the my tabletop, and so I wanted to show you the instructions for this kit right over here. Excuse me. Alright, so this is the project kit flyer, and as the project comes, you would make 4 each of these cards in these different designs. And so here's little bigger pictures of them, and there is bigger. But if you know me, I love to create alternatives with these projects. So let me show you the bases first so we can get started. This is half of them, since I've already made some alternatives with the other half. So you get Old Olive, and it is Old Olive on the back, white inside. All of them are white inside. This is Flirty Flamingo. Now I've already cut this one in half, so I can tell you that the opposite side was a solid Flirty Flamingo. This is a Dapper Denim, which is a retired color from Stampin' Up, but I held on to my retired inks and cardstock until I knew I had completed everything that I had kits or DSP for. So here's these. The opposite side is just a solid Dapper Denim, again white on the inside. And then this is my favorite card, the floral with the gold and I guess that's embossing there. I was kind of sad that it wasn't on both sides. It's just white on the back side and of course white on the inside. So let me start with some alternatives. Set this aside. Before I get to my alternatives, I need to show you the box. So you get this great box, and it has tabs for each month of the year. And I've already put the stickers on there in English. There are some other languages on the sticker sheet. But so you can write down any birthdays you need to remember, what day they're on, and then it leaves you room inside the box to put the cards behind there if you already have one made and that you intend to send out. Okay, so I love this box, and I love that it sits like this and the cards fit in like this, not flat. So let me set this aside. It has a great little closure. Love that box. Okay, so you also had some ribbons, some lovely gold satin ribbon, and then some Dapper Denim twine. This is what I have left over because I've only made half the kit. Alright, so I'm going to start with the Old Olive card. This is the card as it was intended to make. Now all I did was I trimmed the card base down to 4 by 5 1/4, and then I put that on my own white card base, and I had it going this way. It's kind of a different way I like these cards flipping this way. Personal preference, you can have them side folding. Alright, let me show you the other ones. They're over here, and then never leave your envelopes blank. I put a little happy birthday for that envelope. Okay, now fair warning that I have included lots of retired products as well. I like to use all that I have. I'm a demonstrator as well as a hobbyist, and so I love to keep stuff around of things that I love. So this was a recent Mini Mates die cut that I thought I could recreate a background, sort of, you know, just a lattice background. So I used the other half of the Old Olive, cardstock base. Again, trimmed that side to 4 by 5 1/4. I did this die cut, and then I used the beautiful Butterfly Brilliance dies and created this. So that kind of uses the stamp set. I believe I did the blending brushes to get the pink. I did a vellum layer, And then I have a black layer on top to make it pop off the card. And this is a flower from the Perennial Birthdays stamp set. Let me see where I set it. So again, this is a retired stamp set. Again, I'm showing this video. I know you cannot get these products, but in case you have this sitting around, I thought someone might be interested in seeing the alternatives. Okay, so I stamped that flower, and I actually colored it with the Stampin' Pastels, and I was really excited when the new catalog, I saw that Stampin' Up! Has now come back with some pastels. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 colors, and I haven't opened this. I just received it a week or so ago, but I did use the retired pastels for these this coloring. So what you want to do is you stamp it in Versamark, and then you want to get like a sponge dauber or something, and you want to tap the color you want on first to set the Versamark, and then if you want to fill in, then you can rub after you've tapped to set the Versamark. If you rub right away, you're going to rub the Versamark, so you'll lose the detail of your stamp. Okay, and then this die cut is from the Ornate Frames. So there you go for that. And then of course I always put some bling on my cards. So that's that card, and I just stamped the little flower in Flirty Flamingo. Okay, this card was inspired by Clompin Stamper. She had some alternatives she showed on this kit, and I loved what she did. So I just recreated what she did. Alright, the next card is the Flirty Flamingo card, and this card is pretty much how it is intended. I did cut it off and put it on a thicker card base. I cut this one full, I just cut it in half, so the front is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, so the opposite side, like I said, was solid Flirty Flamingo. So this is what I did for those two cards. So I took the solid back half, cut that in half, and then I took some scrap basic white paper and stamped the birthday sentiment from the stamp set in a couple different colors. And the coordinating colors for this kit was Flirty Flamingo, Dapper Denim, which was retired, Wisteria Wonder, which is retired. And so, and this DSP is also retired. I hate to show so much retiring stuff, but I kept, like I said, I kept stuff around so long as it had coordinating colors. So this is a Wisteria Wonder flag that I made, and just to use up the remainder of the pink and put some bling on it to make them stand out. Okay, now I'm going to show you this. If you want to stretch out the stripe color, this one is just the same, except I cut the Flirty Flamingo in half, and then I added my own Flirty Flamingo cardstock that was embossed with one of the new embossing folders. So I think I really like that look. So that leaves me another half of this to work with. And to separate the gap, I put a stripe of Dapper Denim. It kind of brings out that flower. So I think that's the way I'll teach the class to do it. Okay, so that's the Flirty Flamingo. Next, I want to share the Dapper Denim. Now, I did not do one of these as intended. This one is pretty close. So I love the gold embossing, but I thought it looked good just to stamp on some white. And there is a dot stamp in this stamp set that I took my Dapper Denim ink, created a bottom there, took a strip of old olive and dry embossed it, and put the intended die from the kit on top, and then I just added some old olive bow over here. So that used about 1/3 of the Dapper Denim gold embossing card front. Okay, so I took the next one, the next third, and I put it this way. I really didn't like how I did that gold ribbon there. I like this one better. I tucked it under. And so again, just put, these are pretty much the same. Put a third of it here. I did a piece of basic white so we could do some stamping of the flowers. And I just used the coordinating colors and made a collage of the flowers. This one I colored in using a blender pen and the ink pad. This one I did not, and I think it looks just fine colored in. And so I have different sentiments, just they can be any kind of card you want. And so there, I put a flower on the envelopes. So that's the Dapper Denim card. And then I have one more, which is the floral base, which I loved. So here is what I made. And let me tell you, this was kind of a sleeper die for me. I caught it when they went on sale. It's from the Ornate frames, or Ornate style border frames. And I love this flower, and I thought it went really well with this kit. So I took a third of the card front, left it full length at 5.5. There, you can see better. It looked like it was matted. And did the border here, did some stamping on Flirty Flamingo stock, cardstock and Flirty Flamingo ink. Added a sentiment and took a strip of the ribbon that comes with it underneath it to make it stand out, and did some bling because I love bling. Okay, I did try Perfect Plum. This is an oldie, and just used a strip. And this is the new Forever Fern die set, and I love that stamp. I don't know, I ran it through and cut it, and then I ran it through again with the old embossing mats that they had. I know they're supposed to come out with new ones. They have not yet to release those yet, but it adds the extra detail. I don't know if you can see that in the leaf. Okay. So again, these are pretty much the same. This one probably is as close to the intended card as I got. So let me show you that. So that was how it was intended. And I just thought that was awful busy, and I like it better with just a strip. And I took Flirty Flamingo cardstock and embossed it with these are current dry embossing folders. Did the flag as they did the ribbon as they did, and rather than tying this in a bow, I did it like a tag, the twine. So I like that. These, I believe I cut the Flirty Flamingo to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Okay, and then here's another one of these. I did go back, and this one has a bigger piece of this designer paper. I like both of them. It's just if you do a bigger piece here, you get this skinny piece left over. If you cut them all about the same, you would have bigger pieces there on each card. And then always do your envelope. So these are the alternatives I have for the kit. And if you have this kit sitting around, I hope this gives you some inspiration to get it out and finish it. And let me tell you, I'm looking forward to the June paper pumpkin kit, which has already shipped. I usually don't get mine till the end of the month, so it'll be a while before I get that and create some alternatives to share here online. If you're new to my channel, I'd really appreciate if you would hit the subscribe button down below in the bottom right corner. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. All right, until next time, thank you for joining me, and have a great day. Thank you.